In this video, we'll be doing a side-by-side comparison of two runs completed on Yoshi's Circuit. On the left side is a run completed by Viking-Ya, a friend of mine from the Double Dash community, also known as Alex, and on the run on the right, a run of mine, which used no ATEC, no YOLO cut, and slow charging mini turbos. The goal of this video is to emphasize how important spacing your mini turbos is. Additionally, we'll be looking at how you can release mini turbos around corners much earlier than you think you need to. And we'll see that right here on even the first turn of the run. I'll be playing the video in slow motion and going frame by frame in some cases. And by the end of the first lap, I'll let the rest of the run play out. You can make your own comparisons using the frame by frame advanced feature on YouTube with the period and comma keys. On the first mini turbo of the run, you should just be releasing a standard mini turbo with no sideways boosting. That means analog stick, neutral position. Until you get right to the grass here, you can see that I've actually started to sideways boost a little bit because my wheels are turned to the right, indicating I'm sideways boosting analog stick in the 3 o'clock position. In case you didn't know, you can partially sideways boost in this game. Mini turbos last for 30 frames, and you can sideways boost by inputting the analog stick in the direction of your drift for any, all, or none of those 30 frames. So for the first half of this mini turbo, my wheels are actually straightened out, and then I start to sideways boost here. Let's take a look at this first corner of the run. Keep in mind the different timings that these two mini turbos are released. Take a look at mine on the right side first. My mini turbo is released on, looks like this frame. This is the first frame of my mini turbo. And with zero context, if you looked at this picture, you would think I'm going to boost directly into this wall. However, even though I'm not sideways boosting, you can see my wheel is straightened out. Even though I'm not sideways boosting, the concept of angular momentum is going to carry me around this corner. See, my kart just was drifting along this curve. And when I release a mini turbo, my kart doesn't just immediately go from this direction to that direction on a dime. There's a concept of angular momentum which will carry me around the curve, even though I'm not sideways boosting. Now let's take a look at Alex's run and see where he released his mini turbo. His mini turbo is released here past the Piranha plant, whereas mine, I'm already releasing it before the Piranha plant. So I've reached 70 miles per hour sooner, and if you notice on Alex's run, the yellow sparks appear before his mini turbo even finished. So let's count those frames. Alex's mini turbo is released on this frame, and we should be able to count to 30 before seeing the next drift start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and there we go. We're at 25. The mini turbo still had 5 frames left of 70 miles per hour driving, yet we've already pressed R. Let's take a look at the next one. This one is arguably even worse. Yeah, it's this frame 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 and 11 frames of 70 miles per hour driving were lost due to pressing the R button early. Meanwhile, my cart still showing 70 miles per hour. Let's take a look at mine. I released mine all the way up here, and that would be on this frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and there we see I'm now down to 67. And now I start my next drift. Alex elects to go for the YOLO cut. I refrained from doing that on this run to showcase that you don't need to go for it. Probably not worth it until you reach the myth level. You can get myth without doing the YOLO. So he needed to release his mini turbo sooner to line up for it. I like to go around the curve, and let's take a look at this curve just like the first one. I release my mini turbo on this frame. And again, with no context, it looks like I'm going to drive directly into that wall. But if we keep in mind angular momentum, my car is going to get carried around this curve, and I'll straighten out right when the track does. You can see I'm not sideways boosting because my wheels are straightened out. The angular momentum carries my car around the curve and straightens out with the track. This mini turbo is a little tricky. It looks like you need to sideways boost, but again, same concept, except we're going in the other direction. I release my mini turbo here, and I'm not sideways boosting or influencing the trajectory at all. Analog stick is in a neutral position, and the cart straightens out with the track. Alex is ahead of me here because he went for the YOLO. Let's take a look at how he does this corner, and then we'll compare it to mine. Alex releases his mini turbo on this frame right when the track straightens out. This is ideal when you're starting out for the game. You want to release those mini turbos as soon as you can. However, when you become more comfortable with the game, you should practice releasing them a little bit earlier, knowing this concept of angular momentum carrying you around the corner. Now let's take a look at mine. Alex released his around here on this line, and I released mine a little bit earlier because I know the cart will be carried around the corner. You can see the wheels are straightened out, no sideways boosting. The cart's going to straighten out due to angular momentum, and I've been able to release mine a little bit sooner. In this section, we do 2 sideways boosts. There's 2, and then this third one, you actually don't need to full sideways boost this. You can see my wheels are actually going to the left here. You can move the cart to the left. I actually want to take a look at that spacing from Alex. See, this is actually pretty good. Alex released his mini turbo a little bit earlier, and he straightened out with the track. I had told Alex on his stream previously this session to release this upcoming mini turbo here a little bit sooner. So here's another section where we have a curve, and I think I actually stopped that on just the right frame. He released his mini turbo here, which is almost too early. If you're going to release your mini turbo this early, you need to be able to compensate with a slight A button release, also known as a dab of A-Tech. So it's good that he was listening to me. I told him about this specific mini turbo, that he needs to release it earlier. Because he released it a little too early, he didn't sideways boost, so he's getting the idea, but I think it was a little too early. Because of that, he's going to bonk into the wall here and lose a little bit of time. Ideally, you want to do it around here. I think that was the exact frame, yeah. Same kind of corner or curve. I've released my mini turbo into the corner, and then my wheels are straightened out, no sideways boosting, and the cart straightens out. We also see a spacing issue on this one. Let's count this one again to get another example. Alex releases the mini turbo on... Oh, actually, he dropped that one. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. So we've 10 frames. We should see the speedometer start to go down. Yep. So that's about 9 frames of 70 miles per hour driving lost due to pressing R early. And as you can see, same exact timestamp. I'm still riding at 70 miles per hour for quite a bit longer. One thing I did want to mention that may help you out in your runs on this mini turbo, do a full sideways boost, and once you're about to go in the grass, do about 1 or 2 instances of L-Tech. This will allow you to take the corner a little bit sharper to save a little bit of time. And then release your mini turbo as you touch the checkered, or not the checkered, the yellow bricks. This counts as main road, so you'll be fine. Here's the last corner of the run. Let's compare when mini turbos were released. So it looks like I'm going to do it first. And I release on this frame. Even though it looks like I'm going to drive into the grass, my wheels are straight and the cart straightens out. Take a look at Alex's run. He's released it a little bit later. The track is almost already straightened out. That's basically everything I wanted to talk about. I will let the rest of the run play out, and you can use the frame advance to do your own side-by-side comparisons. Thanks so much to Alex for letting me use your footage for this video. This is not meant to slander Alex's run, but rather meant to be used as an educational tool to help us all improve at this game. Thanks so much for watching.